Welcome back to Fluffy Flamingos, my magic junkie friends. If you're new here, hi, I'm Oliver. Welcome to Fluffy Flamingos, where we make whole ass magicians around here. I mean, not ass magicians, whole ass magicians. Does that clarify things? Alright, today we're going to talk about resources. We're going to be talking about websites, books, and effects that you can do, where to find everything, basically. I want to make sure that for you guys at home that don't know where to go get stuff, know where to go get stuff like cards and tricks and books and all the really good stuff. When this channel's done and I disappear like the magician that I am, I will be able to sleep soundly at night until I know that you guys know where to go. Alright guys, I'm going to start name dropping a couple of websites to begin. Then we're going to talk about books, and then we're going to talk about people, then we're going to talk about cards, and then we're going to talk about festivals. So that's what we're going to cover today. I hope this is really good, useful information for you guys, especially new people into the community. Do you guys want to know something really cool? I'm wearing podcast merch. Ooh, for my Twisted Manor podcast. You guys should go check out some merch sometime. Whether it's for Fluffy Flamingos or Twisted Manor. I think it's all good merch because I made all of it. And that leads me to my shameless plug. Guys, I have a podcast coming out. Actually, 2 of them. The first one is Creep Cottage. We made a mock intro. Check it out. Guys, isn't that so dope? I drew all of that myself. All those scenes. Isn't that so cool? So much fun. Podcast is going to be with my co-host, Rain. I'm so excited to start this thing. It's going to be coming out in like 2 weeks. I'm gonna shit myself. At that same time, I'll be joining up with another surprise co-host for my other podcast, Healing Hearts. So stay tuned for that. Keep up with the updates on Instagram. And yeah. I can't wait. Merch is in the link below. Just saying. Websites. Let's start with Illusionist. This is probably one of the biggest name brands right now. For this website, it is a very famous community of magicians. We have a lot of heavy hitters that, own and work for this company. This e-commerce website will sell cards, tricks that are immediate downloads, like you don't even need to get a gimmick or anything. They have accessories for Illusionists. They usually do like a Christmas bonus thing every year, like they give out stockings every Christmas full of stuff. If you're interested in buying any of that stuff, they have a lot of really nice decks. They have a lot of really fascinating tricks. Illusionist is a good one. Next up, I'm going to talk about Theory 11. I think this is probably the second most popular website that I know about. They also sell tricks and cards, and you'll probably recognize a lot of the playing cards because they sell them at Barnes & Noble and Target. So like the Star Wars playing cards. I think they just came out with Spider-Man playing cards. They have like Jimmy Fallon and Lord of the Rings maybe. But yeah, next one, Penguin Magic. They have literally hundreds of tricks, lots of really cool cards like the jellyfish playing cards that we unboxed earlier on. And then another thing that they do is that they have live sessions. So they'll record live sessions with Peter Turner or Adam Wilber or somebody. So they'll have a live session where they just talk for, I think, 2 hours worth of teaching material. It's like a lecture. So I think it's like Jam Session Live or something like that. They have a bunch of those too, and they're really cool. So I would suggest getting as many of those as you can. They're really good. And then just a couple other shout outs. Murphy's Magic, Vanishing Ink, and Sans Mines. So those are some other good websites to go check out for tricks and cards and whatnot. Alrighty, let's talk about books. Some of my favorite books that I would recommend getting, and then some like basic stuff that you guys, if you guys are new, this would be a good place to start. I would highly recommend the Legacy Collection by Peter Turner. This is the Legacy Collection. It looks super cool, and there's a bunch of books in here. Playing Card Mentalism, Billet Peaks, Blurred Reality, Drawing Duplications, Mentalism with Numbers, Esoteric Mentalism, Psychological Effects, Propless Mentalism, Hypnomentalism, and Miscellaneous Mentalism. I have not finished the collection yet, but the material is insanely good. Another really great book that helped me understand Magic to a whole new level was Drawing Room Deceptions by Guy Hollingsworth. This book is incredibly fascinating and has really good like routines and just new ways of thinking. So it's really good book. I would recommend getting that for sure. More mentalism reading, Tricks of the Mind by Derren Brown. Derren Brown is a legend. He's one of my heroes. So great book, highly recommended as well. Two books for like beginners, I would say Royal Road to Mentalism and also Expert at the Card Table. That should break in your fingers enough to reevaluate whether you really want to be a magician or not. Alright, let's move on to people that you guys should look up and check out. We will have like a little category of like miscellaneous names that I think you should check out, but I'm going to talk about some heavy hitters first, some titans of our industry. First person is Daniel Madison. He is obviously needed to be mentioned on this list. Daniel Madison, along with his partner Laura London, started the secret society, the 52. He's an incredible sleight of hand artist, and he just like has a fascination around poker, gambling, sleights, and it's just what a guy. He's so intelligent and creative, and I love it. Chris Ramsay, a huge hero of mine as well. I've mentioned him a lot on this channel, but he is just so incredibly talented and just thinking outside the box. He really taught me how to approach being a magician, letting go of like my ego and finding a real purpose for doing magic. So Chris Ramsay's channel is mostly like puzzle solving and things of that nature nowadays, but I followed him a lot starting in the early days of his YouTube career, and it's all fantastic. So go check out Chris Ramsay on YouTube as well. XAVIER Spade and Lloyd Barnes. These two guys, also really awesome. They both have YouTube channels and they both teach really insane concepts. XAVIER Spade is famous in our community for having like the best passes. Like they look so insanely invisible. So good. Lloyd Barnes has come up with hundreds of tricks that are just so practical, like Acme Hole and a color change called, oh, it's like Maniac or something. Maniacal. It's called Maniacal. He just has so much good crap. So go check out Lloyd Barnes as well. Adam Wilber, also a great guy. Derren Brown, as mentioned before. So these are probably, this is a good list of people to go check out. Oh, and Alex PANDREA too. Yeah, go check him out. I'm going to link all these below and mention the names below. I want to talk about where you're going to get your playing cards from. I mentioned Illusionist earlier, and I'm going to mention them again. They have really awesome playing cards. That's where I got the marbles from. I don't know. I got a lot of my decks from Illusionist. I have a lot of them from this guy. But great website to go check out in general. RiffleShuffle.com. This website has a lot of really cool decks of playing cards. They made my Wolf playing cards that you saw a long time ago, but these are just awesome cards on the whole list, so I would recommend checking them out. They have really great decks. This is a really special one, Emily Slights 52. This is a fascinating world of cards. She makes such elegant and beautiful cards like our Nebula deck and the Elevation Knight playing cards. Her artistry is just so non-comparable. Like, it's just so easy to tell like those are easy favorites of mine. She just outdoes herself all the time. So go check out that website too. XDex, great place to get your cards. A lot of our recent unboxings were done from that website. Go check him out as well. I don't know if this place is still open. Last time I checked, this website just like stopped existing, but Bokubo playing cards. This is, I think, my first unboxing ever was 3 decks from that website. They had awesome cards, and if it died, I'm gonna be really sad because they had 6 stuff. And then we talked about earlier Barnes & Noble and Target. Walgreens usually has a lot of cards too. Walmart, Theory 11, and Penguin Magic. So toss all those out again. All right, last thing on the list is festivals. We're going to talk about what kind of festivals there are and what you would do with them and when the next one is going to be. All right, guys. The one that I would love to go to sometime in my life, Cardistry Con. This is going to be sick. I hope you guys, whoever goes, has so much fun. The next time that they are going to have it, Cardistry Con 2023, is going to be from July 28th to the 30th, and that's going to be a Friday to a Sunday. If you guys are interested in going to Cardistry Con, that's when it'll be this year. And basically, you just go jam with Cardis. That's it. You just grab as many decks of cards as you want, and you just go to this con. Just go to this con and just play with cards. And then I think they have like lectures, and you get to meet obviously some famous people in our community. So it's an awesome experience. I think it's ran by Dan and Dave Buck, so I think you meet them at Cardistry Con. But don't quote me on that. I can't remember. All right, FISM. We're going to talk about FISM next. This is a huge staple. It just happened, I think, last year, so we won't see it for a while. Let's see what I'm talking about. But FISM is the Federation of Magic Societies. And I know that's wrong for the acronym, but the acronym actually stands for that in another language, so that's why it's FISM. So FISM is every 3 years, and it is like the biggest Magic community gathering every 3 years. Everyone goes, basically. I've never been, but I assume everyone but me goes every 3 years because it's just a huge event. I don't totally know what happens in there, but I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of lectures and like competitions and showing off and, you know, just being a guy and being a gal. Last one we're going to mention that's a really big staple in our community is MagiFest. This year already happened, I believe. Yeah, January 26th to the 28th of this year. So it looks like it already happened. But they don't have information yet released for when next year's will be. So just keep looking it up every couple months and updating yourself. See if you want to get a ticket for it. MagiFest is just the same thing as Cardistry Con, basically, but for magicians. So it's more magic oriented than it is cardistry oriented. So that was my whole list. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I know this is a lot of information, but just check stuff out and just expand your world little by little. I want you guys to learn that distilling down a magician is acting as a magician. I wrote a paper on this week, okay? And it said, there's a quote, and I forgot who it's from, but he says, magicians are just actors playing the role of a magician. And someone else said, the magicians are the only honest profession because they tell you they're going to deceive you and then they do so. So take those quotes and just think about it. Sit on it for a while. We are just actors. That's how I distill my job. I'm an actor. But I also want to be genuine and helpful. I want to, give someone a happy moment for once. Give them a break in their day. With all of this information at your disposal, I'm pretty positive you guys will be able to grow your knowledge and your world will just start expanding in this community. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and probably not hit the bell because we only have 2 more episodes. Fluffy Flamingos is coming to an end next week, guys. I'm gonna literally piss myself. Fun fact, someone actually said that at one of my shows. A little tidbit there. Oh man, that was funny. Anyway, But stay tuned for the last 2 episodes. I think you guys are really going to like it, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Fluffy Flamingos. Peace. Effects that you can do. This is definitely going in the blooper reel. Let's talk about where to get your you dogs. I'm gonna kill somebody. I think today's the day.